Hey there, Byron here, and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the 5th episode of Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. So if you haven't seen that episode, I highly recommend you pause this video, open a new tab or window, and go watch the episode wherever you watch anime. And then once you're done watching it, come on back to my video and click play. I'll give you about 2 or 3 seconds to do that. Okay, welcome back. Now, I'm going to try to have this be more of a discussion, like my views of what I think happened, rather than a review of this happened and this happened and then this happened. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is how we get to see Lulu and Arcia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Arcia. That's what I'm going to say, so if it's not, I apologize. I'm just going to stick with one name so I can get through this video. And apparently, Satou says in Japanese, "There's a spider in your hair," or at least something similar to that. Lulu doesn't do anything. This just kind of doesn't faze her at all. She doesn't know what he said, despite the language they're speaking right now is Japanese. But that's just for our sake. But Arcia, on the other hand, this freaks her out. And as you can see from the image or the screenshot provided, and she's frantically trying to get this out of her hair, even though there's not a spider in her hair. I kind of felt like it was kind of funny, like a little tease. But this makes Sato think that, okay, is she like me? Well, she's from Japan, and in a sense, that is actually true. But she wasn't teleported here. She was more, according to her words, that we see later in the episode, reincarnated. And let's move on here. Now we get to see Lulu and Arcia introduce themselves to Tama, Pucci, Lisa, and Satou. Arcia is very confident, very bold about her introduction, but Lulu is scared and nervous, and we get to learn that it's because what she thinks she was bought for, which I'll get that later on in the video. And we get to see the Tama, Pucci, and Lisa do their introductions. Lisa kind of explains a bit too much. Well, Lisa goes last, and she explains too much, and Satou kind of wants her to keep it short. Satou basically says he's Satou. That's about it. We get to see Pucci introduce herself to an extent. She doesn't really give much information. And she's actually not hiding behind Satou as much as she usually does. I kind of feel like this is kind of like good progress for her character, make it seem like she's more confident in herself. While Tama, on the other hand, is still hiding behind Satou. Like, she's becoming more brave and confident, but still very nervous around new people. And before I forget, I finally learned what Tama means, and it actually means silver, which is the color of Tama's hair, I think. It's like a silver white, so. The next thing I want to talk about is, with the image you see right now, how Arcia, Tama, and Pucci are all glad on Satou, because they all want to hold his hand as they go back to the inn, and Satou just has this clueless look on his face. He doesn't know what's going on. And I realize that Tama and Pucci want to do it because, like, he's treating them with respect, and Tama and Pucci have never been treated with respect except from each other. The respect they got from each other and Lisa. But Arcia, on the other hand, is actually, well, spoiler in case you still haven't seen it, which if you haven't, click pause the video and watch it. Again, I don't want to explain this too much. But Arcia is in love with Satou because of his features. And the fact that, of course, I said they're both Japanese, so. And, but apparently Lulu's hungry, so, and we get to notice because her stomach growls and she's embarrassed. So they decide to go eat. And I just loved this scene. You can see all the characters enjoying food because like that they never really got to enjoy before, except for Tama and Pucci and Lisa. They kind of had that food in the labyrinth, but Lulu and us, haven't really eaten real food at all, and who knows how long. So they're all enjoying, and we get to see the best scene in this episode from Tama and Pucci, where they eat some kind of, I assume it's curry, and it's too spicy for them, and just we get to see the look on their face. It's just so adorable. Like I don't know how you can't find how you can't like these characters. And Satou notices that all the clothes they're wearing say slave clothes, and this is not really. I don't think this makes Satou. I think this makes Satou feel uncomfortable. So he decides to go buy them actual clothes while ordering the girls to stay there and eat. Let me turn the page here. So he ends up buying them clothes, and I just love how Tama and Pooch's clothes match. Like it just fits their characters perfectly. We get to see that Aussie is even more confident and bold, and Lulu is actually appears to be more confident in herself due to having new clothes that make her again feel like a real person once again. And that night, let's just say the truth is revealed why Aussie and Lulu were bought, well, why they think they were bought. And this was because they thought that Satou bought them for quote unquote pleasure, which I'm pretty sure all of you know what that means. I'm just trying to keep this video to be PG. So I won't have an image from this scene for quite a while, which it just shows the Osia's face. Cause yeah, when they were about to get in bed, Osia and Lulu were in the nude because they thought again they were bought for pleasure, but Satou said, the sheets here are pretty thin, you should probably cover up. This confuses Osia, and I was thinking like, okay, what's going through her head? And of course learning that, oh, she's actually in love with Satou, like she wanted to do this pleasure. But getting to see Lulu just cry tears of joy, it just made me feel glad for Lulu because it's like her horrible life is now over, and she can begin a new life of joy. And again, later that night, we learn the truth about Ossia and how she can use psychic magic to control people. And apparently, she tried to control Satou to have, well, some alone time to get with her, with the quote unquote on alone, because Lulu's in the other bed. But okay, you know what I mean by alone time. If you don't, I'm pretty sure somebody will explain it in the comment section. I'm not gonna do it. But Sato overcomes this and basically says, "Don't do that anymore." Sorry about that. And the last two things, one of the last things I want to talk about this video is in the morning, Xena and Martha walk in. I'm just gonna leave it at that because Lulu talks in her sleep, and Ossia never went back to the bed with Lulu, let alone put something on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can all figure out how this went, especially with Xana's personality. But to fix it, Xana pretty much quickly gets dressed, hops out the window, pretty much just grabs onto Xana and just starts dancing with her, which only if life's problems could be fixed like that, which they can't. He starts praising her, basically saying, "Oh, this is a mistake," saying that the clothes she's wearing look good and that she's cute. This kind of makes her fluster, and kind of makes her forget about it. Eventually, they go down in the market and he buys her a gift. And it's like, all this never happened. Like, only if life's problems can be fixed that easily, which again, unfortunately, they can't. And in the end, we get to see Lisa, Tama, Pucci, and Arcia go down in the market to buy clothes and supplies. Which I don't know why they need supplies. Well, I'm guessing this is when Sato's gonna make his residency in the city and just find a job or start something up. And just in this last screenshot I'm providing, just all the characters in there look happy. And this is because like Sato doesn't want to treat them as slaves. He wants to treat them as people. Like it just shows that his I don't know how to put this. Just I loved this episode. So much character development and connections. Now, just for some quick predictions for the next episode, which is called City Defense. That's, of course, started with the Death March. I might just start saying the first few words and leaving out that started with because we all know that's going to be in it. Oh, sorry about that. Of course, the city is going to get attacked by some powerful force. But I also believe that Sato's going to, again, save Zena in some way or form. And he's actually going to have to show his true strength again, and this time he's not going to get away with being hidden. But we also got to see another, I assume is another demi-human, which we see in the end credits with the one with the blue hair and pigtails. She's going to play an important role in this next episode, I know that. How she joins Sato, I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to need you guys to do a few things. Well, guys and gals. A. Click the like button. B. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. C. Turn on those notifications. And D. Share the video around. This has been Byran, and I will see you in the comment section. I am out of here.